What's going on, guys? I'm Chris,
Some guy named Josh.
and this is Regular Guy Training. So, couple of things. We're gonna talk about basically all the shit that we're getting ready to do here. I've been telling you guys for months now that I have to wait for the new fiscal year in the Army so I could start running classes out, that kind of thing.
Busy.
Yeah, and in that process, a lot of people have asked me a million questions about various things, like when you guys doing hats and shirts and all kinds of shit. So let's go ahead and just run all this out right now. First and foremost, link in the description below, I sell hats now, right? It's exactly like this, fucking Regular Guy Training on the fucking thing. On the left-hand side is our company motto, Age Res Proprius Tuus. Figure out what that means. And for those of you who are alumnus to the school, we can provide you a code so that you can get alumni embroidered on your thing. Message me individually for those of you who have taken the classes and whatnot before. So that's the first thing. Shirts. In processing. It's one of those deals where we're going to start off kind of slow. It's not available yet. And then we're going to start doing stuff that is centric towards the YouTube channel, stuff that's centric towards the classes that people take, that kind of thing. Because what the YouTube comment section is used to is totally different from what the fucking...
people that come out and do this.
Yeah, come out and do the classes and all of that. Like the humor is different, the inside jokes are totally different, that kind of thing. Yeah, like Meat Clown Squad, gonna happen.
Cool.
And so many people are just like, what?
Well, they weren't there.
Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't even there, but it sounds cool to me.
Yeah, I'll talk about that here in a bit. It's the guys in Montana. I'll sell like 8 of them and then discontinue it. So.
That's perfect.
Yeah, just so that there's the very few.
So what else for like class schedule? Have you been working on that?
Yeah, we have been, and we shot our calendar out till March of 19. More will be added to it, and even in that span of time, more is going to get added to it as well, because during the spring and summer months where farmers can do farmer shit out here, we essentially can't run classes because there's a field behind us, or behind this berm and over there and that kind of shit. But when the fields are clear and that kind of thing, so middle of November through the winter, which for this area, when they start the crops up again, would be about mid-March.
Oh, cool.
So we're gonna run it through here. Best part about this too is that we get 100 yards. We get a lot of space as far as left and right is concerned, and no limitations.
That's the important part.
Yeah. So no limitations. It's a big deal.
People breathing down my neck when I'm trying to do my thing.
I'm also I hate
you know what I mean.
It's not even that. It's just one of those things where it's like I don't have to comply with anybody else.
Yeah.
And that's the nature of the beast. If you're using somebody else's range, you have to comply with their wishes. Blah blah blah. I have no such limitations here, so there you go. We also ran our first few classes out here too. So.
Yeah.
So talking about that, I'm going to bring up the schedule. This schedule is subject to change, not on the dates that I call out, but on additional dates. So we'll be adding things to it as we go, and I'll make announcements as we go as well. So here we go. November 9 through the 12th, I'll be doing Pistol 1 and 2 here. December 14th through the 17th, I'll be doing Rifle 1 and 2 here. Performance Pistol and Rifle, January 11th through the 14th. Here again, going to Indiana for Performance Pistol and Rifle again in January, the 18th through the 21st. We'll be running our Marathon Series classes for both Pistol and Rifle here because, like, we basically have to. Nobody else is going to put up with that shit. So that'll be done here as well, February 22nd through the 25th. Those of you that already know, the balls are rolling. Friggin' handle that shit. And we'll have a dedicated AK class March 1st through the 3rd here.
It's my favorite.
Yeah. Now, you'll notice that the vast majority of what I called out is here. Duh, that's what I could put out on a moment's notice. There are a bunch of other places that want us to put up classes. We plan on going to Montana again. We plan on going to Louisiana again. We're in the beginnings of sending a construction team out to actually go handle that Winnemucca, Nevada thing that I was talking about before. So we'll have a west West Coast site, and I'm in the hunt for looking around for homeowners too. But,
Oh,
whatever.
Shit. Okay.
So we're working on a lot right now, but it's one of those deals where it's like, in order to do all this fancy shit, I got to make money. That's just the reality of the matter.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah. Our Indiana classes will be at the range that Team Lockout Jiu-Jitsu has. We've run a Pistol 1 and 2 class out there before, and here's the deal. What I'm about to do right now is a shameless plug. So there it is.
No shame.
They do self-defense type stuff. Obviously, it's Team Lockout Jiu-Jitsu. They're all about the hand and they're all about the hands type stuff, right? However, they do some pistol stuff here and there too. Before our performance pistol and rifle classes, they're getting ready to do like their 4-hour baby steps to gunfighting type course. It's exactly not like the NRA type safety courses where if you even talk about self-defense and shooting people, dudes have a heart attack and friggin', pacemakers start malfunctioning and shit. It's not in that way at all. Like, they're from the ground up, it's all self-defense type shit. And for the locals that are around that area, you can check them out. We'll have a link for them in the description below. But for guys that are local to them, they also talk about Indiana state law and that kind of stuff with regards to concealed, which we do not do at all because we travel entirely too much.
Yeah.
It just ain't gonna happen with us.
Every state's different with their laws, and it changes like that without notification.
So the way that we travel, I would have to research every state set of gun laws that we do in order to do that properly. And no,
That's your responsibility.
Yeah, cannot, will not. So there's that. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, go check them out there, and then come take our performance series classes to where they'll give you the first little baby steps, and then we'll crush your dreams. So
Don't dream anyway.
yeah,
I mean, killed mine.
because in all honesty, it's one of those things where it's like we've absolutely taught people that have never drawn a pistol ever from a holster, but having a 4-hour class dedicated to just that, and then coming out to a class that's 2 days and 1,400 rounds, I want someone to go ahead and tell me how that's like a bad idea. So, it is what it is. So, shameless plug. Go check them out. And those guys are fighters, just like the guys that we have teaching class around here. Friggin', you're not gonna have to worry about any dumb fuckery with these people. So, is what it is there.
Oh, yeah.
So that's really what's going on with us as far as the updates and that kind of thing. A lot of you guys might have questions as to what the marathon concept may be. I'm going to do a separate video on that
It's
because
too much.
it's too much that I'm having to deal with right now. We're probably just going to pause the camera and go right into it. But that's what we have as far as the schedule coming out right now. And you know what? We'll see you there, guys. If you want to train with us for way cheaper and as often as you want, $35 a month on Patreon, link in the description below. And you can hit all these motherfuckers so long as you got the ammo.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of that money goes towards funding troops and that kind of thing. The last one that you saw was in Louisiana, or were you there for that?
Was that pistol or shotgun?
That was a rifle class. You showed up at shotgun right after.
Yeah, I went to shotgun.
Yeah. So we're still putting guys through the soldier program. We're still training them up and that kind of shit. We're still stomping on their dreams because they show up shooting expert in their qualifications and they figure that they're good to go until we just wreck them. So, and you guys are making that shit happen. So, keep up the good work on that kind of thing. As far as the price increases on the class are concerned, I said a long time ago, we're at $250 per class now, which I don't think is bad. And the Patreon guys that are on $35 a month, you're unaffected now. So, I mean, bigger reason to do it. So,
well, as this continues, what do you expect? All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So, you guys have a good day, and remember, regular guy's firearm is the last defense against tyranny. Be easy.